All right, so there was a statement, and I will read this statement first. Okay, so in Texas, there are a lot of power outages. People are dying. Children are dying. And the mayor of, I believe, Colorado City, Texas, had this to say. No one owes you or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during trying times like this. Sink or swim, it's your choice. The city and country, along with the power providers or any other service, owes you nothing. Now again, I want to remind everyone, we literally have signed contracts with these companies. They're contractually obligated to give us what we pay for. I'm sick and tired of people looking up a damn handout. Looking for a damn hand. If you don't have electricity, you step up and come up with a game plan to keep your family warm and safe. If you have no water, you deal without and think outside the box to survive and supply water to your family. If you were sitting at home in the cold because you had no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because you're lazy, is a direct result of your raising. Only the strong will survive and the weak will perish. Weak spelled W-E-E-K. Folks, God has given us the tools to support ourselves in trying times like this. This is sadly a product of a socialist government where they feed people to believe that there are where they feed people to believe that the few work and others will become dependent for handouts. So again, just because you have no power doesn't mean that you don't work. What? Like what? Am I sorry that you have been dealing without electricity and water? Yes, but I'll be damned if I'm going to provide for anyone that is capable of doing it. For anyone that is capable of doing it themselves. What about disabled people? So this guy is simultaneously saying disabled people are weak, therefore they should die, but also saying if you're capable of doing it yourself, then I won't provide for you. What does that mean? So are you going to provide for disabled people in your town? What? We have lost sight of those in need and those who take advantage of the system and mesh them into one group. Bottom line, quit crying and looking for a handout. Get off your ass and take care of your own family. Bottom line, don't be a part of a problem, be a part of a solution. And then now apparently there's a second post. All right, let me read the article. So this guy resigned, by the way. So, spoiler alert. Colorado City Mayor Tim Boyd has resigned. Boyd acknowledged this resignation Tuesday afternoon while responding to criticism he received for a controversial Facebook post. Tuesday morning, Boyd voiced his frustration about residents who he said called him to complain about the power and water outages. Again, when you pay taxes, what do those taxes do? When you pay taxes, you are enabling yourself into a contract, right? I pay taxes, the government will give me access to water. That's what we pay taxes for. So just saying that. If you don't have electricity, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday afternoon, Boyd posted another message. I'll read it in a sec. Boyd said he has already turned in his resignation and did not file a ballot application to run in May. All right, so let's read the second post. I've sat back and watched all this escalate and have tried to keep my mouth shut. I won't deny for 1 minute what I said in my post this morning. Believe me, when I say that many of these things I said were taken out of context. But I just read your full post. What? I read the full post. What's the other context? Okay. And some of which were said without putting much thought into it. I would never want to hurt the elderly or anyone that is in true need of help to be left to fend for themselves. I was only making the statement that these folks are too lazy to get up and fend for themselves, but are capable. Should not be dealt a handout. I apologize for the wording and some of the phrases that were used. I had already turned in my resignation and had not signed up to run for mayor again on the deadline that was February 12th. I spoke some of this out of the anger that the city and country was catching for situations which were out of their control. Please understand, if I had to do it over again, I would have kept my words to myself. And if I did say them, I would have used better wording and have been more descriptive. The anger and harassment you have caused my wife and family is so undeserved. What about the people in your town that are dying of starvation and thirst and, of frostbite? Fuck them. That's not undeserved, right? Whatever. My wife was laid off at her job based off the association people gave to her in this business she worked for. She's a very good person and was only defending me, but her to have to get fired from her job over things I said out of context is so hard. But I read the full post. What is out of context? I read the full. So horrible. I admit there are things that are said all the time that I don't agree with, but I would never harass you or your family to the point that they have to lose their livelihood, such as a form of income. I asked it. You each understand I never meant for the city of Colorado City or Mitchell County. I was speaking as a citizen, as I am not the mayor anymore. I apologize for wording. Wait, weren't you the mayor yesterday, though? Like, what? I apologize for wording and to ask you the police do not harass myself or my family anymore. Threatening our lives with comments and messages is a horrible thing to have to wonder about. Aren't these the same people that say there's no such thing as hate speech? Now all of a sudden criticizing their Facebook posts is hate speech? I won't share any of those messages from those names as I feel they know who they are and are proud. And I hope after they see this that they will attract the hateful things that they have said. Thank you, Tim Boyd, citizen. Got him, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, and all of those in between and out between, we got him. That was really fun. But again, these people are just fucking ridiculous. I really just, I can't fathom how dumb these people are. But at least they resigned. At least they had the foresight to resign, and I think that that's a good thing.